Do you own multiple properties? Then you've built your portfolio with strategy. Don't leave its future to chance. There's one smart investment you can't afford not to make. Without a trust, you're exposing yourself and your family to some very serious risks. I'm going to break this down probably in 3 parts, meaning 3 videos, and we're going to count down some of the reasons in just a second. I'm 𝗤𝗏𝗏𝗂𝗏 of Zammitti Law. We're an estate planning practice in New York and New Jersey. We provide peace of mind every day to families through our high client value services. If you are seeking assistance in either of these areas, estate planning or probate trust administration, we can help. And we provide free consultations to those in these states, New York and New Jersey. You can reach us at 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗂𝗏.com. And speaking of free value, we're also here educating everyone for free on a regular basis. So all we ask of you is that you ask questions and share so we can help some folks along the way. Now, when you do not have a trust plan and you have multiple properties, how does that place you and your family at higher risk? From the legal standpoint, right? First, there's dealing with probate. After your passing, your family will need to have those properties go through a court process, okay? Every single property, requiring proper appraisals, valuations, and essentially an accounting to the court relative to those assets. The process itself, especially with real property, can be time-consuming. It costs a bit of money, and it just delays things, right? So if those properties have not been retitled to a trust, especially if you have multiple in different states from where you live, probate becomes super cumbersome because they're not only going to have to do that in your home state, but also every other state where you have real property. Secondly, a estate plan that does not include a trust becomes public record. So anyone will be able to see what you owned, possibly what liabilities you had on those properties, and in the end, who gets those properties. Many people would prefer to keep that private, cannot do so with a standard will plan or no plan at all. If your estate happens to be large enough where estate taxes are consideration, depending on where you live, utilizing a trust can give you much more leverage and opportunity to safeguard or to either eliminate or mitigate, reduce the amount of state tax that your family will pay. And lastly, there's a little bit of a loss of control when you are either have no plan or you utilize a will plan that goes through the court process. It's a little more difficult to process and provide the protections to your family for those significant assets after you're gone, unless you utilize a trust. A trust is a much easier way to provide the best protection for the next generation or whomever you're leaving it to. So those are just a few tips as to why a trust should be considered if you are a multiple property owner. I'm 𝗤𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, Zammitti Law. We're an estate planning practice in New York and New Jersey, and we provide peace of mind to families through our high client value services. If you need help in estate planning or administration after a passing, you can reach out to us for a free consultation at 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. We really do hope you learned something new here today. And please don't forget, share, and take care.